Doctor. My name is DIVYAA D of KALAI SELVAN and my matric number is 292291. Today, I would like to brief about my individual assignment entitled Managing Stakeholder Communication in IT Project. Effective stakeholder communication is critical to the success of IT project. It involves the systematic planning, implementation, and monitoring of communication channels and process to ensure that all stakeholders are informed, engaged, and aligned throughout the project lifecycle. There are some importance of stakeholder communication in IT project, which is alignment of expectation. Effective communication ensures that all stakeholders have a clear understanding of project, goals, objectives, and deliverables. This alignment helps in setting realistic expectations and reduce misunderstandings. Besides that, stakeholder engagement. Regular communication keeps stakeholders engaged and involved, which is crucial for gaining their support and commitment. Engaged stakeholders are more likely to contribute positively to the project. So, this presentation will cover the importance of stakeholders communication, key concepts and methodologies, real-world examples and best practices for overcoming potential challenges. Next, I would like to brief about relevance to project management. Effective stakeholder communication is crucial for the success of IT project. Managing stakeholder communication involves identifying stakeholders, understanding their needs and expectations, and ensuring that these are addressed throughout the project lifecycle. The first relevance to IT project is stakeholder identification and analysis. The first step in stakeholder communication is to identify all potential stakeholders. This includes anyone who might be affected by the project or can influence its outcome, such as client, team members, supplier, and regulatory bodies. Once identified, stakeholders need to be analyzed to understand their level of influence, interest, and impact on the project. This helps in prioritizing communication efforts and tailoring message accordingly. The second one is setting a clear objective and expectation. Clear communication of project objectives, goals, and expectations ensure that stakeholders are aligned with the project vision. This alignment helps in minimizing misunderstanding and conflict that can derail the project. Third one is building trust and relationship. Effective communication builds trust and strengthens the relationship between the project team and stakeholders. Trust is crucial for gaining stakeholder support and ensuring their ongoing engagement and cooperation. Last but not least, ensuring stakeholders' engagement. Continuous engagement with stakeholders through regular updates, meeting, and feedback section keep them informed and involved. Engaged stakeholders are more likely to provide support, resource, and valuable insight that can benefit to the project. Next, I would like to brief about key concepts and methodologies. Effective stakeholder communication in IT project involves several key concepts and methodologies. These ensure that communication is strategic, targeted, and effective throughout the project lifecycle. There are three key concepts in effective stakeholder communication. The first one is stakeholder identification. Stakeholder identification, identifying all individuals, groups, or organizations that have a stake in the project. These include internal and external stakeholders such as project team members, clients, vendors, and regulatory bodies. The second one is communication planning. Communication planning, developing a detailed communication plan that outlines the communication needs, objectives, channels, frequency, and responsible parties for each stakeholder group. The third one is engagement and relationship management. Engagement and relationship management, building and maintaining positive relationship with stakeholders through regular interaction, transparency, and responsiveness to their needs and concerns. There are four methodologies in effective stakeholder communication in IT project. The first one is stakeholder mapping. Stakeholder mapping techniques such as stakeholder onion diagram, RACI matrix, which is responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed, and stakeholder power interest grid help visualize and categorize stakeholders. The second one is communication metric. Communication metrics is a tool that outlines who needs what information, when and through which communication channel. It helps ensure that all stakeholders receive the right information at the right time. The third methodology is agile methodologies. Agile methodologies implementing a framework like a Scrum or Kanban, which emphasize regular communication through daily stand-up, sprint reviews, and retro-specific to keep stakeholders engaged and informed. Last but not least, workshop and meeting. Organizing workshop and meeting, focus group, and regular meeting to facilitate direct communication, gather feedback, and discuss project progress and challenges on the time. There are two real-world examples that influence stakeholder communication in IT project. The first example is software development project for a healthcare provider. This project entitled Development of an Electronic Health Record, which is EHR system. The example of stakeholders is healthcare providers, IT staff, patients, regulatory authorities, and the project team. There are some key concepts and methodologies applied in this project. The first one is stakeholder identification and analysis. Stakeholder identification and analysis, comprehensive stakeholder analysis, was conducted to identifying all parties affected by the EHR system, including doctors, nurses, administrative staff, and patients. The second one is training and workshop. Regular training section and workshop were organized for healthcare providers to ensure they were comfortable using the new system. So, by this project, the outcome is the EHR system was delivered on the time within the budget, and effective communication ensured that healthcare providers were well prepared and supportive, leading to a smooth transition and improved patient care. The second example is digital transformation in a financial institution. This project entitled Implementation of a New Digital Banking Platform. The example of stakeholders are bank employees, customers, regulatory bodies, IT vendors, project team, and senior management. There are two key concepts and methodologies applied in this project. The first one is stakeholder mapping and analysis. The plan used a RACI matrix to identify roles and responsibilities of all stakeholders. They categorize stakeholders using a power interest grid to prioritize communication efforts. The second one is communication planning. A detailed communication plan was developed specifying the frequency and types of communication for each stakeholders group. Example, weekly newsletter for employee, monthly program report for senior management, and regular updates for regulatory bodies. So, by these key concepts and methodologies applied, the outcome is the digital banking platform was successfully implemented with minimal disruptions. Regular communication and feedback help address issue early and ensure the high user adoption rates. Next, I would like to brief about potential challenges and best practices. Effective stakeholder communication in IT project is essential but can be fraught with challenges. Understanding these challenges and employing best practices can significantly enhance communication effect and project success. The first potential challenging is in terms of identifying all stakeholders. The challenge is missing out on a key stakeholders who can impact the project. The best practices that we can do is conduct through a stakeholder analysis using tools like the stakeholder onion diagram and brainstorming section with the project team to ensure all possible stakeholders are identified. The second one is in terms of ensuring consistent communication. The challenge is keeping all stakeholders consistently informed, especially in large projects. So, the best practice that we can do is develop a detailed communication plan that outlines what information will be communicated when and through which channels. Regular meeting updates through various channels such as emails, meeting, reports help maintain consistency. Last but not least, in terms of maintaining engagement over time, the challenge is sustaining stakeholder engagement throughout the project lifecycle. So, the best practice is regularly update stakeholder on project progress, celebrate milestones, and actively solicit feedback. Engage stakeholder in decision-making process were appropriate to keep them invested in the project success. In conclusion, effective stakeholder communication is essential for the success of IT project as it ensures alignment, building trust, and promote engagement among all parties involved. By productively identifying and analyzing stakeholders, developing comprehensive communication plan, utilizing multiple channels, and fostering a culture of transparency and feedback, project managers can navigate challenges and drive project success. Implementing best practices and continuously adjusting strategies based on stakeholder needs and feedback are key of maintaining positive relationship and achieving project goals.